Hey guys, the Cat's Assassin here again. I'm bringing you another video. This time it's going to be a Path of Exile. I'm going to bring you a basic introduction to the game, over the currency in the game, the skill gems, the passive skill tree, and how regular skills and support gems work. So let's get started, shall we? So here's my character. I am a level 61 Templar, and you can see my intelligence, strength, dexterity here, which items require a certain amount of strength, intelligence, dexterity, the same with gems and support gems. To be able to use them, you need to reach that amount of strength or specific stat. Each stat increases some basic stuff for your character, like strength increases your life by 1 per 2 strength, increases your melee physical damage by 1% for 5 strength. Dexterity increases your accuracy by 2 per 1 dexterity, and for 5 dexterity you gain 1% evasion. Intelligence increases your mana by 1 per 2 intelligence, and 1% energy shield per 5 intelligence. So you see this little bitty blue bar here? The top number is my life. The second number is my energy shield. I'm a life-based character. Energy shield just comes from, I believe, one of my items has some energy shield on it. These boots. See, they're armor and energy shield based. There are different types of armor in the game. So you have your basic armor, then you have evasion gear, and then you have energy shield gear, and then you have hybrid of each. So you could have armor and energy shield, evasion energy shield, energy shield and evasion and armor, that kind of thing. But there's no gold in this game. There are currencies. So like all of these are currencies. There are, I don't know exactly how many different types of currency in the game, but they do some stuff. Like this one upgrades a white item to a blue item. This one reforges a blue item with new properties. So I don't think I have a blue item. I have all rares, but you get the idea. Jeweler's Orb reforges the sockets on an item. So like if I wanted to reforge this one, which I don't. Say like I had one socket, like this helm. Just go ahead and use one. It has one socket? No, it has 3. Okay. This item upgrades a white item to a random rarity, so you can get a blue item, a rare, or a unique. Which uniques are like legendaries if you play Diablo 3. You have Orb of Alchemy, which upgrades a white item to a rare. This one which reforges the colors of an item randomly. So say like this one, if I didn't want red, 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 let me see, I could just reforge it to get the colors I like. Rego upgrades a blue item to a rare, while keeping the blue properties while upgrading it. This one randomizes the numeric values of properties of an item. This one reforges a rare item with new random properties. So say like I didn't want these specific stats on my helm, I could just reforge it until I get what I want. So the currency is what players use to trade amongst each other. There's no auction house, so it's all individual trading. So yeah, and there's a lot more currency I could go over, but there's a crap ton. It could take a very long time. Kind of want to keep this video short. So yeah, that's the currency in the game. Now the way gems work, I'm gonna go ahead and go out here to the ledge. Oh yeah, so I'll go over this really quick too. There's different difficulties like many other action RPGs, like Diablo and such. You got normal, cruel, and merciless. Merciless is the hardest. So let's just go ahead and go to the ledge of merciless. See my little kiwi pet? He was a closed beta supporter pack. You can't get him anymore though. So let's go ahead and use my weapon for an example here. So you see I have 5 sockets, right? Now if you look a little closer, if you look between these 2 items, these one have links in between the sockets, which connect them. This item does not. So say I put, I don't know, let's just say Infernal Blow, which is a skill gem, and then Weapon Elemental Damage into this helm. Weapon Elemental Damage is a support gem, and this will not affect an Infernal Blow because these sockets are not linked. So if I put Weapon Elemental Damage and Infernal Blow in this one, now my Infernal Blow has more Weapon Elemental Damage, which Infernal Blow has, it converts physical damage into fire damage, 50% of it. So I'll just show you this really quick, these 2 combos. Infernal Blow, whenever you kill somebody, their body explodes, like that. It's like detonate dead in a melee attack. So it deals damage based on how much life they had. 20% of their life hits surrounding mobs. So if I put multi-strike in with this, this will cause my Infernal Blow to strike 3 times in a row. It's like I think Zealot or Zealot from Diablo 2. It's similar to that. And then if I attach Melee Splash to it, Melee Splash causes my single target attacks that are linked to certain, like this one, Infernal Blow, causes my Infernal Blow to hit multiple monsters. So let's go ahead and try that. And faster attacks, that's pretty self-explanatory, cause my Infernal Blow to attack faster. So if you look over the tooltips really quick, you can see the Infernal Blow DPS is almost 4,300. That's without the explosion after you kill a mob, and then my Glacial Hammer, which is my single target, does almost 5,000 damage. So let's go ahead and here we go. Now you'll see the full combination. Bam! It's massive, just explosions. I love this character. Here we go. Here's a rare mob. Okay. Pretty easy. This is kind of a lower level zone for this character. Gems and skill gems. Gems and support gems level up. So this is reduced mana. So if I click this button, left click it, it will level it up, and if I right click it, it won't. In some cases you won't have the stats or whatever to level it up. So you'll just want to get it off your screen if you right click it temporarily, and you want to level it up later, you can level them up in here. So I'm just going to left click it to level it up. There's auras as well. I just have anger on this character. So yeah, that's the way support gems and regular gems work. There's many other combinations you can do, but you know, that's going to be for another video. Let's go ahead and kill this real quick. So I'm going to go over the passive skill tree real quick. I'm a Templar. So I start here, you're like, okay, that's kind of cool, right? There's a lot of stuff. Oh wow, look at that. It's huge, right? Yeah. It can be kind of intimidating the first time you look at it, but after you kind of dig into it a little bit, it gets a little easier. A lot of these nodes are like this one. Plus 10 dex, plus 10 intelligence, and there's one that gives plus 10 strength down here. These are like your highways between the more like valuable stuff in the tree. There's also a lot of like melee physical damage or like increased lightning damage, etc. But these bigger ones are like key points in the tree, right? So like this one increases my life by 30 and 10% max life. This one increases my physical damage by 18% with two-handers and gives me 20 strength. This one gives me 24% increased elemental damage with weapons you know, and so on and so on. I mean, I obviously don't have time to go over all of these, but you get the idea. You know, you have your highways, which are kind of like these, to get to the more important things that you want. And then I work my way. I should go over this. I'm a Templar. I get two ways out of the tree. I can't just start wherever I want, right? I can either start here or here, and I can go wherever I want depending on that. I just need to use the highways. Now, you'll see that there are actually bigger nodes on the tree, like this one. Okay, these are called keystones. This specific one is Resolute Technique. Your hits can't be evaded, which means you cannot miss. And but the downside to it is you can't ever crit. So it's good because if you don't have a lot of accuracy on gear, if you don't have a lot of dexterity, like I only have 86, my accuracy is going to be pretty low. And since this character I designed to pick up that keystone, I don't have to worry about accuracy at all, which is good. I don't have to waste like points on accuracy, but you know, the downside is I can't crit, of course. So there's also another one down here, which is, you probably noticed I don't have any mana, right? It's all life. This specific one is pretty cool. It removes all mana, but you spend life instead of mana for skills. So if you're a life-based character with a lot of life regen, like I am, and you know I have life leech, etc., I gain life back on my attacks, so it works out for me. I don't have to worry about mana potions, I don't have to worry about any of that. Yeah, there's a lot of keystones as well. There's probably like 30, maybe more in the tree. Yeah, oh yeah. So the Templar starts here, the Marauder starts here, which is kind of like your basic warrior. The Templar is kind of like your paladin. Here's your Witch, which is, you know, like any ordinary mage or whatever. Here's your Shadow, which is more like a it's the closest thing you'll get to a rogue in this game. But any class can do anything. So like I wanted to make a thief, like a double dagger crit based witch, I can. It's totally possible. You can make any class anything in this game. I can make a witch the same way I made this character, except it would be a little bit different because of where you start. So the ranger starts down here, you know, it's like your basic hunter class, and then the duelist starts down here. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's close to like a fury warrior, you know, dual wield, or you can use a two-hander, but I like to use it as a dual wielding class. That's really beefy. So yeah, that's really the only difference between a class where you start on the tree and what quest you get from the quest rewards you get from your quest. Most quests you'll get like gems and stuff, but you can also find those from drops in the world as well. Anything else I want to go over? Let me think. Show you a little bit more action real quick while I'm thinking. So there's a gem that dropped, the Jew of Totem. There are endless amount of like builds you can create in this game, of course. It's really amazing. It's what drew me to this game, and I gotta say, I fell in love with it, to be honest. If I'll be putting a link in the description for the game. It's free to play, and if you want to check it out, you know, feel free. They're never gonna wipe characters again or anything. It's an open beta. If you want to support the game, you can buy an open beta supporter pack, which are limited time only. When the game officially launches in October or something, they will no longer be available. So if you want like a unique pet like my Kiwi, which is a closed beta pet, which you can't get anymore, you know, I suggest doing that. And yeah, guys, I'll probably be doing some build videos in the future. My main two games right now are Guild Wars 2 and Path of Exile, so that's likely what you're going to see on my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. If you guys want to see any specific stuff on Path of Exile or Guild Wars 2, just let me know. And I'll do my best to make it. I hope everybody had a happy 4th of July, and have a good night.